the educational process of Mexican Americans for over 20 years in East Los Angeles and throughout the Southwest has been disrupted by its failure to communicate with the Mexican American. That is the disruption. When 57% of the students at Garfield drop out year after year, there has to be a problem. We're not operating in a vacuum. There's social injustice.
Social inequality is what we, the Chicano culture, overcame. We, the Chicano culture, were restrained from reaching something greater than ourselves. The struggle for equality in education is what sparked the Chicano movement in the late 60s. Being limited to a way of thinking of what will happen after high school, and the only choice you had was the workforce and possibly college if you were lucky. Having their identity taken away from them to never receive it back is what it felt like to most students. From being punished and hit just for speaking Spanish in the classrooms to restaurants being closed during break. All was taking place among the Los Angeles County school districts and schools whose race population was dominantly Chicanos, like Roosevelt, Garfield, Wilson, Lincoln, and Valmont High School. Demands were presented to acquire change, but change never came. A decision made amongst the students and teacher Sal Castro, who played a big role in the movement. A nonviolent protest is the most effective source of change. Not just a protest, but a walkout. Then it happened. On March 1st, 1968, Wilson was the first school to walk out. Following that, Garfield on March 5th and Roosevelt on March 6th. During Roosevelt's nonviolent walkout, police brutality broke out among students. Eventually, the movement had its success, and everyone's efforts in establishing change and social inequality amongst Chicanos finally seemed to be ending, finally be able to receive a fair shake.
Lalo Guerrero, the father of Chicano and Pachuco music, comfortable with his own skin, he created music about his culture, discussing serious issues that Chicanos face, like discrimination in a humorous and catchy way. In the US, he was known as a Mexican, but to Mexico, he was known as a Pocho. Pocho is a term native Mexicans use to refer to Chicanos. His music helped Chicanos find a sense of pride within themselves.
Lost and confused I find myself. He's a hero, they said. He discovered the Americas, they said. Lies about Columbus lie on these school bookshelves. A foreigner in my own land. Yes, I am a descendant of Joaquin Murrieta. Fight for what you believe, even if that does mean death. Discovering the unblinding truth, I was left in awe. I've come to love my culture and embrace it. I've seen the journey and the progress. We've come a long way. You just have to admit it.